super nerve-wracking. And then I still need to do all of my normal stuff, which is useful, but I need to get this out of my way. Yeah, absolute cinema might be over exaggerating it a little bit, but I am excited. I'm assuming you can hear me and everything, so that's always a good sign. I'm going to give. I'm I'm glad to hear that, EP. I'm going to give it maybe a couple minutes, hopefully, and then I'll get actually started with the actual debut. It will be a fair assessment once you see what's actually happening, because unfortunately, I don't have videos or anything like that. Um, hey, Sandman. I got basically on my Twitch account, I forgot to set up the rules to auto pop up before everyone chats for the first time. And because of that, it thinks everyone is chatting for the first time. So it's going to get the chat rules. This way, I figured it would be easier to enforce the rules that I had hoped people would see. So I'm sorry that it annoyed you a little bit, but I figured in the long run, it's for the best. I'm going to be honest, just looking at the first PNG GIF, giving me a little bit of nostalgia. Well, I mean, most people are going to do that, but this gives me more plausible deniability of, hey, here are the rules. This is why you're getting banned. Yes, I do legitimately think the best rule is don't be a dick. So I'm impatient and I tend to do things early anyway. So I'll get like actually officially started with. No, I think that's more accountability. But let's go and show you guys what the actual model looks like. Just kind of what I have. It's going to be kind of slow reveal. I think every VTuber does the reveal bottom to top. So we'll start with the feet, which actually now finally exist. So like black sneakers, like nothing fancy, and then black stocking. So that will be more or less this outfit's default legs. Well, no, feet that are covered by shoes are not presumably going to become weird, but we will see. Not as much detail on the legs, just they exist, so that's exciting for me. Oops. Pink ruffles on, or black ruffles on a pink skirt and fishnets, which I'm always excited about. And there's my hands. My hands are actually made of goo, so that's fun that it's actually reflective. I agree with the mini skirt and fishnets. It's very appealing. There's the belt, it has a little, like some chains on it, a heart, a little cute. This one was not specifically designed, but I think I'll probably get some accessories to add on to the model eventually. And you can see my hair in the background. It's still the same kind of goo texture, which is what I want and what I am. And pink sweater, halter top sweater, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's a little bit bouncy, but not like crazy bouncy. Just great. Good for a first shot at this, anyways. Like you can see small details like the back of the hair and how it like kind of drips a little bit. Yeah. A nice little choker and necklace, but that's very specifically with this outfit, so that's great. Exactly. That was exactly what I was going for. Slime, boy and girl, etc. But due to finances, I just stuck with the cuter option, honestly. So I decided to go with the female model. A little awkward given my voice, but I don't know. I'm excited about it. And here's kind of the top end. I think everyone here knows this art style and everything. It's just now there's movement. So I'm hoping that going forward, this will kind of nice enough. But that's not all for this kind of day. Like there's lots of things that I'm going to be able to switch around, which is great. Not as much of the individual clothing toggles, but I think I will, like as I move on and keep adding to this model, I'll see if I can get someone to help me with that so I can, take things off. But then again, this is definitely safer with Twitch. So I hope that everyone is kind of along the lines of that. Um, but there's quite a bit more, actually. This is just literally one outfit. We can go back to what everyone's used to, which is my original outfit. And this time, the outfit has feet. And now I'm giving away feet for free. So yay, that's exciting. It's original for this artist and this art style. So that's kind of why I'm excited. Um, but wait, there's more. A little bit more professional, I think. And again, like pencil skirt, chef's kiss there. Yeah, definitely rocking the fit here. Yeah, I do love the professional pencil skirt suit jacket. I don't know why. Just again, chef's kiss. And again, not quite feet, but stockings, and I figured that's a little bit more professional than fishnet. Uh, there's a lot more stuff that I want to be able to focus on. So let me bring it up closer to the face and get embarrassed because I'm basically all, but usually not quite this cute way of, oh my gosh, you're so fantastic. There's my angry face when you guys are being too horny on main. Not that you or Sandman are ever horny on, at least not towards me, and I legitimately appreciate that. Thank you for respecting boundaries. And then when something really sad happens or when I die, I kind of feel sad and cry. No, I'm not sad. You're sad. Typical default face. Yeah, my typical default face, which is happy. And then when I get horny on me, there's always this. Just like, can't really get the like cartoon wolf whistle yet, but maybe one of these days. Something that I'm actually quite excited about. I can change my ears. And now they're like actual cat ears. They flop around with my head. They go like more up when I'm like open my eyes wide and I'm like shocked. So this kind of motion for the VTubers is quite. I haven't fully fleshed out how sensitive they are yet, so it's gonna be fun. I mean, slime person, I should be able to swap out whatever I want. Just takes a little bit of focus, like here. Back to normal. Or is this normal? And eventually, I want to be able to get to the point of being able to remove the ears, which will be, again, like as I get used to everything and can play around. Um, if I ever get into Photoshop. Oh, yeah, no. Eventually, there, ideally, I'm the little, like, I'm the self doubt in your head, and I'm tired of being negative. So, can I be the same person for everybody? I don't think so. Something else that's kind of exciting, because mostly what I'm doing is playing video games. I have a controller model, and it has my hand on it, and like there's a little slime goo going into the controller, which is just kind of like such a nice touch. Exactly. That's exactly what I am. I'm effectively an emotionally depressed ditto. And something that's great is that it goes with all of my outfit. I mean, I could. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I have gone through multiple game controllers since I've started streaming, but there's nothing I can do about that. I call that a disability. And if the IRS asks, yes, this is work related deductible. So, at least for today, I believe this will kind of be my default choice. Um, Exactly. I did literally just break a controller, and I literally got a replacement. It's a little. Yeah, uh, yeah, thanks for calling me out. I mean, we're all gamers. Controllers throughout the years have added up. Yeah, Xbox controllers are pretty universal. That's kind of why I'm excited to be. I'm just excited. I love the fact that I can move now. And like, it's pretty good. Like, just look at my mouth movement. It's fairly, like, it's fairly good in terms of copying me. I'm so excited about it. Like, I can wink at you if you guys are being a little, you know, yeah. Um, Let me bring up. I definitely should have had a more prepared slide for giving credit. Um, all of this was done by one person. Like my original PNGs, the like VTuber art, and all the rigging was done by one person. My model mama, Hoshina Luna, she actually just followed, presumably because she saw my Twitter post, and I should have posted this on Twitter. Now say that out loud. Um, and she's definitely credited in my descriptions. So, in about the 5-10 expecting for this. So I want to get into the new game because so mad because yesterday I wanted to play 100 line defense academy, I believe it's called. Let me 100 line last defense academy yesterday, but the downloads started happening at like 8 p.m. my time. So by the time I could like download it and stream it, it would have been too late, and then I would have been exhausted for this. So yeah, I'm not dealing with that nonsense. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Has she been around in chat? I think she just followed me, and it might be a different Luna. So that's good. Let me get everything resized. And I'm also going to be doing a quick double check to make sure that everything's sized properly. Properly on the screen. Right back, get everything locked down while I kind of switch everything Um, fair warning, this game does talk about self-harm in a way that I would recommend for anyone under the age. Um, okay, yeah, I'll turn that down. I think it's actually game audio that I'm gonna need to adjust. So. Is that better, Sandman? Uh, I'll do my best for the warning. The problem with the self-harm part is that it's actually a fairly large part of the gameplay mechanic. A Japanese developer and from the same, at least artists, if not developer of Danganronpa. So that's kind of what I would be like. That level of violence would be what I'm expecting. If it ever gets too much, please, I am 100% okay. Leave the stream because I would rather you be comfortable and not exposed to that kind of stuff. Sorry, need to something. Yeah, I'd rather you be not exposed to that stuff and comfortable than I want you to watch. So, yeah, always remember to take care of yourself. That's one of the main things I want for basically everybody. I'm going to get... It's an incredibly violent series, and I'm going to be completely honest. This is not going to be any lighter in terms of violence. This is a very violent series. I've only played the demo, so I'm going to start from there. But I also haven't played the demo since the demo came out, so I need to kind of remind myself.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 8th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
And as of right now, we don't really understand what the enemy is. Yeah, just look at him. Look at how pale. I feel like I'm watching Tim Burton, like just all of like Tim Burton stuff being just like hyper pale people. Considering my model's skin tone is actually darker than that is hilarious to me. Another day, another delicious meal. How can you eat at a time like this? What better way is there? Now that Sirei is gone, we can enjoy any food we want, anytime we want. So, the way that the cutscenes like provided it to me before, they were just calling him Sir. So I'm not sure why it's saying Sirei. And also, like, some of these tropes are very specific. Like, this one is brother with a sister complex, and it's a pretty extreme sister complex. So, again, very, very Japanese. If I remember correctly, he's a coward. That's the sister. Sporty girl. And this girl is crazy. Like actual like serial killer crazy. Not psychotic, but crazy. Then again, I don't think any of these people are fully right in the head. Full context is that humanity has been like shunted into basically arcologies and have been locked away from the outside world, except for a bunch of kids who get randomly thrown into this high school to defend against crazy monsters. Yes, honestly, maybe not that far. Not quite. Yeah, not quite main antagonist of Danganronpa. Crazy. This one is actually that crazy. Like, she's Harley Quinn meets Japanese aesthetic. Yeah, Harley Quinn Miku is a good description. Trying to think of what the acronym stands for, so I'm clearly missing something, EB. But no, she's like sociopath, like, and is definitely going to murder people. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club. She doesn't love us, so that's a concern. But possibly that level of crazy. So now all of these kids are on their own rather than having the mascot yell at us every morning. Yeah, so if the school falls, mankind is done for. I mean, Miku is an AI, so presumably in the future, if Skynet's a thing, Miku can go crypt psycho. This person is literally just no self-esteem depression. If you like reading that didn't give you that hint.
Huh?
No, Sandman, I guarantee that you have more ego than this dude. This dude's weak.
Uh,
Yeah. So this person's just gonna take over. I'll be taking charge of the school in Sir's absence. If you follow my orders, we'll be fine. And then here's the kind of traditional punk character. Again, they're all so pale. And now that I think about it, the fact that they lived in like a dome for all of their lives and presumably didn't see much sun, it makes more sense. Oh yeah, no, every one of them is leaning into the stereotypes.
Oh.
So, because all of them are high school students and they basically got drafted without oversight, or even before oversight, they didn't have every character fighting. So, this is a tactical turn-based RPG. So, like, that's basically how they're limiting our party size. Yeah, you being in charge, not what I would think of as a good idea. Didn't have the heart to make small talk anymore. The atmosphere was just too oppressive. So we have to live 100 days of this. We're on day 8. I need to do something to take my mind off of all this. I've got plenty of free time. Maybe I'll just wander around and look for something to do. So it's kind of like Persona, able to like wander around, talk to people, allegedly. I haven't gotten much of that yet because I've only played the demo. But there are other areas in the game. So there's the cafeteria, there's the entrance hall where you can technically leave the academy, but you're surrounded by hellfire and monsters. So not exactly the wisest decision. There's a training room which allows for like basically mock combat. And I am not sure about the rest of these, honestly. Damn, that was quick. I'm assuming it was a spam botter. This ain't too bad. So talking to him will advance my time. Which I'm not 100% sure I want to do just yet. I want to find actions that don't take up my time, just to get more value out of her. And thanks for getting that, EP. I appreciate it. First thing I'm going to do right now is see if I can in here and then see if this stuff takes up time. Because if it doesn't, then I need to kind of undoing it. Okay, that will advance time. Upgrading weapons won't, but I also don't think I have many materials. Something of a heads up, just again, because this game is moderately problematic in terms of aiming. The infirmary is literally flying coffins that pick up your body and like resurrect you in the revivomatic. Apparently real important given that there's Gatling machine guns outside the farm. Well, it's absolutely the Danganronpa art style. I don't think it's really the gameplay. The gameplay is definitely different. Trying to figure out where the hell I am. War room. Okay, so from the looks of it, everything that I can do in the free time that seems to have an actual effect will definitely cost time. Before I make the final choice of what I want to do, I'm just gonna show you something real quick. He's not really that edgy, so far as I can tell. Definitely like classic protagonist energy. So like I said, only some of the students are willing to fight and go outside risking their lives. So like this one won't do anything, won't do anything, won't do anything, won't do anything, won't do anything. Easy jerks. Simple. Okay, so that will also take up time. I was kind of hoping I could send everyone out, collect materials without having to spend time. So, because that can't happen. So far, but to be 100% honest, the other characteristics are a little off as well, in my opinion. What I'm doing right now is basically the personas spending time with the confidants or social links, whichever persona game, to hopefully raise my stats and ideally make combat quite a bit easier, because
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
I really didn't like this mascot. The brain, like being visible, really didn't do it for me. So I'm kind of glad he's dead. I used to stay up playing video games and watching random videos online until late. I don't have nearly as many things to distract or entertain me now. Once night falls, all I can really do is go to sleep. Which is kind of the adult thing to do. This is the original mascot, so
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 9th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
like the enemy is definitely like animalistic. But we haven't seen any evidence of them being like ridiculously antagonistic. Okay, no, scratch that. They are just antagonistic. You'll see when we eventually get into combat.
Huh?
The cowards who refuse to fight? Yes, that's right. Oh, that's one way of having to get them to volunteer, to coerce them with food. Last Defense Academy exists to protect humanity from the invaders. Anyone who won't contribute to that effort doesn't deserve to use its facilities. Oh, so they're all in house arrest. Yeah, so she's going to become an authoritarian dictator real fast.
Hey!
They're not really your friends. You met them like a week ago. Yeah, exactly. So they're all literally locked into their rooms. This is also a refresher for me, but I'm going to do the VR training machine, which hopefully gives us, I guess, BP instead of EXP. I also need to remember how to play. Because I'm looking this way anyways, so I might as well move my to the side of the screen. Right under chat. You'll see in a moment, honestly.
Here we go! It's killing game time!
So, in these combats, our entire goal is to protect the defense barrier.
Let's give it to him.
And apparently, we can also hurt it.
Ready whenever. Take this!
My turn. That's it. Hauling ass.
My turn. Die! Broken so soon.
Here we go. Here.
Here we go!
Yes, he is.
Is it-
So, okay. EB, this is what I mean. So if you want to look away, please do.
So close to dead. I wonder how many more can I get? It's as bad as I thought, huh? You're coming with me! Player 2, you're up.
They literally sacrifice themselves in order to use, like, big final attacks.
I can still fight. Hardly a challenge. I can still fight. Take this!
I'm glad I was being overcautious there, EB, if that's okay.
Let's do this.
Also, sorry, I need to adjust some settings. I changed the brightness. Of the game, but I now have it too bright to the point where I literally can't tell what's going on. And that made it so much worse.
Let's freaking go!
Don't underestimate me. I can still fight. Show me your insides! Don't let up!
That was supposed to kill her. I'm confused now.
Let's do this! Say when.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't go too far for you, Ethan. She's like a queen. Please step on me. Okay, Jesus.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
Oh, I think they determined that all of these messages are pre-recorded. So,
Well then, good night. Up and Adam troops! Get ready for your 10th day of active service here at last. Wow! Look at you guys! In honor of this milestone, I'm giving you access to the rec room and the leisure lounge. I'll tell you all about how they work in person.
yeah, you're dead, so you're not going to tell us anything. But this does open up the new mechanics, hopefully, so...
Hey!
So, Let's see what the leisure.
Ara-ara.
Ara-ara. Yes, you're very much an antisocial person, but okay, so the leisure room has training equipment, freaking waterfall, pools, a beach chair. That's pretty damn cool. Now let's see what the rec room is. It looks like a really cheap Vegas from the looks of it. Thanks for double checking on that, Evie.
Hmm. Ugh.
There's no edgelord manga or misery porn anime or hardcore erogaze or anything. I'd be, yeah, more concerned if there were.
Ah.
If it makes you feel any better, my luck is super horrendous at any kind of probability game. I will probably lose. True to its name, the Gift-O-Matic is used to manufacture presents, charitable donations, and other doodads. Step 1, select an item from the machine's extensive database. Step 2, insert required materials. You haven't actually told me that story, Evie. I think my trip to Vegas was... I think I had $2,000 in my pocket, and I didn't use a credit card for anything. I was on the casino floor for probably the equivalent of 2 hours, and I lost everything. And I was there for like a long weekend, but I was also suffering from like horrendous food poisoning. So I didn't have much energy to take care of that stuff. Auto parts and high-spec electronics. Yes, you're a puppy. Now, crazy late. Interesting. My model, you can see me chewing, which is a little awkward when I was trying to stealth snack that. Strawberry lemon cookies? I don't know the actual title. By giving gifts or characters their preferred gifts, your student activities further boost your grades. Give your classmates different kinds of presents to find out what they like best. You'll need BP and materials to make gifts. In addition, you will need key items to make certain gifts. Let me step away real quick and I'll look up the actual name of the cookie. I just got them from Costco. Okay, yeah, the name of the cookie doesn't actually tell you what it is. They're strawberry lemon delights. You know the cookies that are dry on, I think they're Italian, dry on the outside with some kind of jam filling? It's that cookie. Splatter Wars, a movie where a monster attacks people when a certain date and day of the week align, ends a series after blowing up. That's kind of interesting too. They also have everything all pixelated. That's a definite art choice. God, making stuff costs time. Everything costs time in this game. I just had 4 of them, throughout the pre-stream, and then just because I had an extra one in the bowl I had in front of me. They're pretty good, very sweet. I don't think I'll finish them before they expire, or before they start going stale. I mean, Rebel Pudding, old biker phrase. I'm just gonna give it straight to the biker. Damn. Each character has their own preferred item. Gifting these items will maximize the increase to your grades. You can check each character's preferred items in the report card, and you'll be given hints as you do student activities. This is the first time bonus for any gift you make for the first time. So gather up these hints and make all the gifts you can.
me?
No, you're a stereotype and you're very easy to predict.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
I should legitimately probably check on all of the people that are being starved out, but because I think this is day 2 of no food.
Up and out! Get ready for your alert! Prepare to spend another day enduring the Be ready to give your lives to protect. Huh?
Is something wrong? Ah, yeah, I forgot. She's another one that's a serial killer, but this one's just a psycho serial killer. Serial killer.
Let's just die. Die.
I mean,
Hi.
Maniac in a war zone would probably actually be fairly important to have. She told me to get all the non-fighters to get there in the cafeteria. Yeah, also don't trust the psychopath with any kind of mission. Yesterday, she told us we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. I have a feeling that that's an innocent act, and she's actually, again, another psychopath. I mean, you guys are nothing but dead weight. Yes, no, they absolutely are the weird ones, but like, you're not in a normal situation. Yeah, being comfortable with dying is not a normal behavior to have. Yeah. You may have a surplus of food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're on. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away. Yeah, no, they're all different levels of psycho, Sandman. Like, it's actually hard to describe. This is a depressed psycho. This is a neat syscon, presumably crazy. Like crazy. Like she was physically throwing up, like at the concept of fighting, so probably some kind of split personality. Like traditional rebel biker person in Japan. And I don't remember this guy, he's really forgettable. You are going to leave this school. Meritocracy. This is not great. Just giving them 5 days to ship out, and that was fast. She'll just make you fight. Yeah, we can't wait to get rid of you. You guys, again, they've known you each other for like 11 days. So... Bad stuff happens to everybody, dude. My assumption is that whatever his weapon's probably like he jumps into a tank or something. Would be my assumption. Gonna try to he's gonna try to dethrone the dictator. And I really don't like this guy's character. Ain't a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skins. Yeah, and she's absolutely not bluffing. She will absolutely freaking bluff. Yeah, no shit. She wants encouragement to be sent out, and also she needs to be seen as somewhat reasonable. Yeah, that's not even remotely surprising. But you heard her. They already considered me a traitor. I probably wouldn't get anywhere. All this subtlety and planning crap ain't really my thing. Just know Garumi'd only make it worse. I don't even have to come up with my own excuse. No, she's absolutely correct. The ones cowering are being unreasonable, like in their opposition to fight. Especially because the twins' excuse was, oh, I don't want to fight for anyone other than my sister. And I'm like, you're still fighting for your sister, so you still need to fight. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. I can see both points, because being afraid to fight in a war that you got drafted in is not surprising. She's hungry. And why is her bedroom a mechanics store? That's fun. Have you just been living off dry bread since Hiroko banned you from the cafeteria? Yeah, you're not exactly subtle, dude. It's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out there and fight, but fighting is difficult for me. It's a physical thing. When I get nervous, it comes out and not just a little bit.
Hey!
That would be so unfortunate if I had that tendency. I would be throwing up basically all day, every day. It's a physical thing, and medicine doesn't help the issue. I've tried all sorts of things since little, but none of them worked. Why do you need to learn how to fight when you're little? And that sucks because you're starving. Yeah, but you wouldn't want to keep the vomit. So, tutorial on finding key items. So confused. She should be here somewhere. In the infirmary. Right here.
Oh!
Huh?
Thanks for the string.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing.
Workshop.
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Ah.
Should be hypothetically like very warm.
Huh? Huh?
Back around where we found what I looked like a dilapidated cosmetic shop. Okay, so that basically means we have to go outside through the wall of fire. Hey Demon, how's it going? Like my new model?
Huh?
Like now you can actually see me talk. Ready to go hunting for a fashionable pouch? Not really, but because I did not like the mini game that is the outside. Okay, let's head for the cosmetic shop. Somewhere around the spot we found you. So. Okay.
I'll take this with me. We did it. What? We better get moving. I've got this. Here. Got it. I guess it's my turn. Here we go.
Anyways, I've been distracted with the new VTuber model and also the new game, but like, how's everyone doing right now? Like, anything interesting happened while I was on my break, taking my break?
Ready when you are. I'm spent. We need to regroup. Let's go. It's not over yet. Allow me to trim down their numbers. Ready when you are. Ha! All right. Say when. Yeah! Got it. I can keep going. You're in the way. My body.
As in physical therapy for your arm, like arm and shoulder EP, or are you talking about like mental therapy?
I'll take this with me. Yes!
That's good. Like, I'm hoping your arm is feeling a little bit better over the course of the last week.
Aha! Huh. Ah. Ah.
You don't need to be so alarmed. I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Persuasion mission. Say the right thing to Tsubasa as she shares her worries and convince her to fight. Even if you fail, you'll be able to try again from the last failure. Don't worry, just do your best.
Huh? It's because it comes out when I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. I know I'm going to puke.
You don't need to worry about a little puke, Soup.
Of course I work. I can't help it if I get puke all over myself, but it'll still cause trouble for the thought of getting my puke on someone. It's not like you want to fight. No. There's...
Just use that sick bag.
Huh?
You don't need to be afraid anymore.
No, not yet. Then you're just being a coward.
But I can't handle... You want to know my nickname in grade? It was Pukette. All the bullies in my class made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public. Like how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and it made me sad. I'd cry in secret and puke. That's why I decided before I went to middle school to avoid any situation that made me nervous, to live an easy life free of any puke. That's why I can't fight. Because if I think that if I puked in front of everyone here, the same thing would happen again. They would be repulsed and give me a mean nickname. I'd rather die somewhere on the streets than be ostracized and called Pukette a day.
None of those options were good, so... Obviously you have to...
You want to know my nickname? And it was Pukette. All the bullies in my class... Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? Like, or it was hard each... That's why I decided...
We wouldn't make fun.
I trust you, but few of them could be me. What if they gave me another cruel nickname? If someone...
They're definitely not all good people, so I'm not gonna lie.
No! I'm too scared. I can't do it. I don't want to get ostracized for puking anymore.
They have to be consistent with... Yeah, they have to be consistent with how many options they use.
It was Pukette. All the bullies in my...
Nope, that didn't work.
That's
Let's
a
hope-
cool name.
That's frustrating. Yeah.
You want to know my nickname? It was Pukette. All the bullies in my... Do you know how much of it... Like, how... Or how... It was hard each time I lost a friend.
We wouldn't make...
I trust you. Few of them could be me. What if they gave... If someone ever called... No! I don't want to get...
Yeah, force...
They're gonna have to make fun of me. No, I'm being...
No. Yeah, it's Grandpa's workshop. Do that from the beginning.
Huh?
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines, and machines are really fascinating. I'd get covered in oil every day. Of course, I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always cheer me up with his belly laughs. Fail as much as you want. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays. No matter how much I messed up, he'd never kick me out.
Your grandpa's really...
Yeah, my grandpa, he's a royal grease monkey who always my dream is to one day take over his workshop. I want to protect the place that's I just want to work on machines and my grandpa's...
You know...
Yeah, if we don't fight, we can't protect what matters most to us, and also, like, the freaking world will end. Right. He's kidnapped you and brought you to a world where you're fighting monsters. Why the hell would you think he's lying, you dumb? Yeah, she's not smart. No shit, Sherlock.
If you want to protect your grandpa, find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together.
Power of friendship.
So
Not
just
really.
protect us
This
in
is
turn. Come with us.
Japanese Danganronpa game. It's the power of self-sacrifice, more like it.
And protect what matters most to us together.
I really hope her weapon isn't just like a baseball bat or something like that. I didn't realize when I blink, the ears on this model also twitch and bounce. Kind of cute. Okay, 4 more people. Billy? He doesn't seem like a bad guy, maybe a little outlandish and noisy, but I'm sure I can get more on board. Billy? Damn! What the fuck did this guy do to his room? He's the classical weeb. Oh, great. Okay, you're completely scared. I get that. but not fighting is effectively suicide. So get over yourself. Bull, that's bull. You have someone you care about.
Huh?
That does explain the shirt. Hey, thank you so much for making this model as awesome as it is. The rigging's been great. Like, you've really brought this persona to life. So, thanks, Luna.
Hey!
Money is the only thing you'll risk your life for? Bull crap. Yeah. Money is not exactly useful when you're in an apocalypse.
Huh?
I mean, she's probably not a scalpel. He definitely needs a new outfit. Not bad embroidery, but I can do something like this easy. Okay, so he probably makes his own clothes. Oh, he's a compulsive liar, isn't he? Reward. Okay, I guess that's one way to get them motivated. Is
Hey!
You mean to look for materials to make Gaku's present? Yes. Both ways are relatively quick.
We did it! Yes! We did it! Yes! We did it! Haha! Haha!
It doesn't matter how many times you come over, I'm never going to fight these invaders. And now we go into the persuasion minigame.
Hey! I get dragged to this completely insane place, and then they tell me to go fight these monsters? Like, what am I supposed to do? What even are these invaders? They look like they came straight out of a manga. Yeah, no way. Doesn't matter how much you ask, I can't. I mean, you tell me. How can you guys even bring yourselves to fight them?
Gaku, if you fight...
Okay, so they made him the coward who loves money stereotype. Nice, Demon. Like, how many hours in are you? 25 hours in Cyberpunk. That would make it about halfway through the campaign, unless you're doing a lot of side quests. And what actually, given side quests, a third of the way through the game.
Aha!
Cyberpunk on release was glitchy as all hell, but with 4 years roughly of gameplay or 2.5 years of like gameplay development, they got that game so good.
Hey!
You want to know how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex? 17. I was working 24/7, 365 days a year. I worked every day until I was about to collapse, and I don't have a single penny to my name.
Is that
It
because
all
of
went
your
to
gaming
running the
rig
group
demon,
home.
or is that
I never got any time to myself.
so screwed up? So it's gonna reset. Okay, PS5 should not be
Jobs I
laggy.
was holding down back in the complex? 17. I was working 24/7, 360. I worked every day until I was about to collapse, and I don't have a single penny to my name.
I was hoping that just showing him sympathy was gonna be. Yeah, that's definitely probable. And also, PS5 hardware. No, PS5 hardware should be enough.
17. I was working 20. I worked every day until I was about to. It all went to running the group home. Isn't that messed up? So I asked adults for help to show some love, but we got nothing. Politicians ignored our I went to companies to ask for donations and got tea thrown in my face. There's no way I'm gonna help any of them. I wish they'd all die. I will never, ever.
I probably should have waited for the Save Your Siblings one.
No! They've never helped none of them. All those losers can all get killed by the invasion.
Save your siblings.
Yeah, you're the oldest in the group, but that doesn't mean that the rest of your family will help. How's it going, Rachel? It's going good. I have a full 2D model now, so I'm excited. The fact that you guys can actually see me talk. This game is depressing as all hell, but it's kind of the vibe, so probably need to put like some kind of disclaimer on it.
I hope the invaders kill every single.
Seriously? Why did that increase his persuasion? I'm so confused.
The reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to earn enough money to feed my siblings. Every
Yeah,
cent
it's
I
pretty
earned
smooth, and then
disappeared.
there's also a lot of other options.
I'm the one working myself to the bone.
100
I couldn't
Line
afford to buy a
Defense
single shirt.
Academy?
And despite all
Or
that,
Last Defense
no one even
Academy?
thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food or snacks. They treated me like a slave. If anything broke, they figured I'd fix it. They ripped their shirt, I must have mended their clothes thousands of times. I'd stay up all night just to sew for them.
You sound like a mom.
So far the story is basically world is basically destroyed. Humanity, or like what is left of Tokyo at least, lives in a giant arcology or bubble, isolated from the outside world. It's so isolated to the point where these people didn't know there was something outside of the bubble. But then monsters came in and attacked everybody. And then these guys got kidnapped, put into a school, which is effectively just an outpost for like the monsters, and they have to live for 100 days.
Disappeared into their stomachs. I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even afford to. And despite all that, they never even thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food or snack. They treated me like a
Don't
slave.
say that, Evie.
If anything broke, they
Very
figured
much
I'd
post-apocalypse.
fix it. They ripped their shirt. Gaku will mend that too.
It's an interesting art style with the Danganronpa art style.
I'd stay up all night just to sew for them. They're little parasites that drained me of my time and money. If it weren't for them, I would have had free. I could have bought new clothes. Oh, give me back my time and money! Damn it! Just die! Die, 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 die!
Enough already.
Seriously? These persuasions are
The
frustrating.
reason I was hope every cent. I'm the one, and despite all that, they just complain.
I was hoping it was just the kid
That's
one.
just how kids.
The reason I was holding down so every cent I earned disappeared into their stomachs. I'm the one working myself to the bone.
Eventually I'll get
I couldn't afford to buy a
emotes so that you
single-
guys can
and despite
spam.
all that, they never even thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food or snacks. They treated me like a slave. If anything broke, they figured I'd fix it. They ripped their shirt. Gaku will mend that too. I must have mended their clothes thousands of times. I'd stay up all night just to sew for them. They're little parasites that drained me of my time and money. If it weren't for them, I would have had free time and money for myself. I could have bought
Thanks for the
new
update,
clothes,
Rachel.
eaten some good food, maybe even moved out on my own. Oh, give me back my time and money! Damn it! Just die! Die, 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 you stupid brats! Die, 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 die! The invaders can kill every last one of those brats. I wouldn't even shed a tear.
So, oh, I just had to listen to him rant. No, he's a selfish brat. Because you don't want them to die, you moron. That's not how feelings and emotion and family work, you dumbass. Trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them. No, you wouldn't put yourself in that situation to begin with if you didn't care about who you're sacrificing for. Like, you would have stopped doing that kind of thing long before you got to the 24/7. I mean, you're definitely giving off the Zenitsu from Demon Slayer vibes of, like, useless pervert, honestly. I'm really glad I didn't have to say anything.
Gaku, if you don't want to help the Tokyo residential, I'm not doing this to save the world. Honestly, as long as I can protect what matters most to me, that's all I care about. You don't need to save the
I mean,
Tokyo
you always have a
residential
choice. It's just usually the outcomes are stupid.
Just
Like,
fight
you
to
either
protect what
work long
matters most to you.
hours
Like me.
and get your stuff done, or you don't get your stuff done and either you're fired or you don't make as much money. If you don't make as much money, assuming you can't like trim the fat somewhere else, it comes out of your food or lodgings.
For the ones waiting for you at the group home. Just fight for your family.
To be perfectly fair, I also don't want to fight with you. Unless you're really overpowered or I'm required to, I don't think I'm going to use you. Your personality is terrible.
Oh.
You don't deserve to feel better about yourself.
Up and Atom troops, time! Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
It is a pretty depressing way of thinking about it, but there's always technically a choice. Just, again, the end result's normally not something that you are willing to sacrifice. The benefit of real life versus video games, it's not a binary choice. There's upgrades, downgrades, and side paths that
Prepare to spend another day
can make
enduring
things
the
better
unendurable
or
and
worse.
suffering the
The
insufferable
problem
to
is
pave
we
the
don't
way for
100% know
humanity's
which
future
is the right
greatness.
choice or if there's a better option.
Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Changing outfits because I figured that I need to be a little more serious than bright pink. Yeah, no, it's the time. You've been dummied. That's a fun way of being summoned. Definitely classic Crazy League. Definitely that. Okay, so these two were also either orphaned or abandoned, or runaways. Wait, that means they got outside when they're supposed to be on house arrest. That's suspicious.
Huh.
I mean, that's a definitely good way of making it higher, like more tolerant of the more dangerous themes. So I think it's probably a wise choice for them.
Oh.
I want to report on your progress. How are your attempts to win over the non-fighters? Of course it was part of her plan.
Oh. Huh.
Huh?
Huh.
Ah!
Huh.
Huh?
Huh.
Huh?
Huh. Oh.
It's not about winning. Convincing them would definitely be easier that way, but like throwing them out and then presumably having to go out there and save them is going to be annoying.
Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
No, she knows what your enemy is like. She's going, like, she's absolutely, like, not the right vibe. Okay, so oh god, Stockholm syndrome. Oh, that's toxic.
Hey!
And I think this one is narcissist. I don't want you on the team. You're not a team player.
Huh? Hey!
Basically, he's gonna get you guys all killed so, like, he and his sister can live. That would be my assumption. Please forgive me for ruining your day with my existence. Oh, that hit. That really hit 12-year-old me's spirit and soul. Oh yeah, no, half of these characters, like, they're annoying the hell out of me. Because they're stereotypes and they're, like, over the top, it's hard to vibe with it. But the fact that I kind of want to keep playing to see like the end of the story and like what the hell is going on shows the competence of the storytelling, especially since I'm not vibing with the characters. Oh, it wasn't. I was expecting Crazy Lady.
Oh.
So what did she say that was so strange? Oh no, she's absolutely hiding stuff from me. The humanoid invaders with the strange transformation was certainly stronger than any other foe we've come up against, but she said commanders, plural, not singular. Oh, you mean the big head mode demon? I haven't played it yet. I was taking a short break to decompress. If you couldn't tell, towards the end of last week, I was getting kind of burnt out on the game. So I figured take a couple days, prepare, like get my model up and running and like my rig all set up, and then kind of go back to it. Is there a consensus on who has the best big head like model or no? And like they're not human characters. They're very direct, but that's also kind of old school storytelling. Because people are more attractive to attractive characters. Like that is ultimately the answer. Okay, I don't like Spider-Man, so I'm never going to play. Like Spider-Man's too frantic of a character for me, so that's not going to happen. There's no reason for her not to be honest with you. She's just psycho. Oh, please don't tell. Okay, speaking of swimsuits, good timing, Rachel.
What? We weren't peeping. That's right. We wouldn't. That's to say, we didn't.
Why are you both acting so flustered? Does my body really unsettle you that much?
It's not that. It's just...
Get to the point. I know you didn't walk in here. You knew I'd be here, so you must be here to see me.
We have something very important.
Very important, you say? All right.
She's not pretty enough to...
Changed.
Yeah, she's not pretty enough for me to lose my ability to speak seeing her in a swimsuit. Like, her personality is so terrible that it detracts from the physical appeal. Physical appeal-wise, they did a good job. Because I also thought that she was quite attractive and before she opened her mouth. Oh, that sounds horrible. I shouldn't have said that. Figured it out for some of the stuff you said. It would not be hard to turn them against you, lady.
Hey!
Everyone's so confused and what we're doing here, how we got all caught up in it. Once we know the truth, it'll be a lot easier for us to focus on doing whatever it is it takes to win and go. Yeah, so that makes sense. That was not even that merciless. You're okay, they're all children, but still. Correct, PP, that is correct. I want everyone to hear this all at once, it'll be better for our morale.
At ease, soldiers. It's time. You never know when the invaders might. Well then, good night.
Ah. Huh.
Oh.
I mean, if the truth is so shocking that it can disturb them, it might be important for them to know, to encourage them to fight. Dumb child.
Oh.
All of us have to survive. That's what it means to me. Which, yeah, that's correct, but I don't think you know what emotions are. So that's a really weird, like, I checked all around the side of the firewall. There's no sign of her anywhere. She's not in a room. Not telling me that there's an issue is fine, but then when you make it your problem, or if it starts affecting me, that's when it becomes an issue. Is she gonna be murdered too? I'm not mad that she's potentially dead. I'm mad because this would be the second time that they were like, oh, we're gonna tell you about this story, and then they killed off the character. That's not possible without the fire extinguisher things. Oh, see, that makes me so suspicious of you. Yeah, there's no point in telling you that you know something without just telling us. At least in personal day-to-day lives. There are like corporate secrets and like stuff like that. Thanks again for doing all of the art and all of the rigging, Luna. I really appreciate it. Yeah, have a good day. I hope that you're not too crazy busy. I know it's early in the morning for you, so I'm glad that you were able to show up. I don't believe you. I believe that... Oh, I was going to seduce her? Didn't I mention... No. That would not have worked for you. He just called them my many simps. No, that's not why he disbelieved.
Hey!
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
I found one of the drawbacks for having a moving VTuber model. It can definitely tell when I'm drinking something.
Hey!
We haven't really been attacked outside of the first week of this game. Like, this is day 17, and there has been, I think, 3 monster attacks, and none within the last 10 days. Yeah, that's fair, EP. Yeah, but they should have told you that. Every time they say complex, my mind keeps on going to like cults and stuff like. 'Cause also of how they're behaving, but it's quite distressing.
Aha!
Oh. Huh.
Hmm.
Please let me know if you think that this game is too either slow paced or like not interesting enough that you guys don't want to watch me stream it. Like, I'm kind of feeling like this would be a great game for me to play, but not a great game for me to stream.
You never know when the invaders might attack. Well then.
Haven't attacked yet. It has to happen just immediately after death, a few minutes at most. I think the bigger thing for the completely uncontrolled psycho girl is that she wouldn't be able to shut up about it. Is it her body?
What the? You! What are you doing here?
I have no idea what the on fire ghost kid thing is.
Who are you? What are you? Why are you in my room?
He's saying something, you just can't hear him.
Are you an invader? Why do you keep attacking this? I know there's something here, but I can't hear you. At least. Did you do something to Hiruko? What happened to Sirei? Was that you too?
And there goes the alarm for attacks.
Hey!
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated.
Not only do we have to fight them at night, we have to do it without the person with the most experience. Was this part of their plan? Did they get rid of her so they could attack while we're confused and disorganized? Probably wise, but isn't all of right. Okay, yeah. Gonna deal. Maybe if I talk to them, and they'll give me a different outcome than going straight to the room.
Don't be so modest. You can do it if you try, Tacky. I guarantee it.
The fear hasn't gone away. I don't think it ever. Like, if I let it get to me, I'll be able to save it. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's get.
Sorry, I forgot about that. The way they get their powers is by stabbing themselves in the heart. And it's all like weird blood magic. I gave you the warning, but I just forgot which part was the bad part, EP. I'm so sorry about that. Attack on multiple fronts? Okay, that's why they're giving us more people.
Damn! These guys are a cut above the rest for sure.
Do you think they're commanders? If they are, then what Hideko said was true. There's more than one of them in the invader.
And now we've got to deal with two of them right off the bat.
We're so dead! This is...
I guess it's my turn.
It's killing game time!
Yes, leave it to me. All well and good. My turn.
Hauling ass! Let her rip!
good to go. Yeah! All right.
Let's do this! Eat this!
Here we go!
We better get moving. Allow me to trim down their numbers. I'm ready whenever. Allow me to take them down.
Oh, I only had to take care of one of them? Or was that just phase one?
So did we win?
Something feels off, though. It wasn't like this.
It just healed itself. It
No way, it came back from the dead? I thought we were the only ones who could do that.
What's going on? Looks like these two come as a set. Anytime we defeat one of them, the other...
The hell?
How? If we can beat one of them, then finish off its partner before it has a chance to use that revival technique? That should do the trick.
What a drag.
If that's what it takes, that's what we'll have to do. Unless it...
Incoming invader detected at... Readings indicate target is an S-class fighter. It is currently approaching...
an S-class fighter. Adding a third side to the war, so that means ultimately they're gonna give us all four sides, which is why there's so many characters. Okay, this is gonna
You have gotta be shit!
get a little complicated. Not super complicated. Our weapon's a freaking car. Okay, it's a Jeep. It has rocket launchers, but yeah, that's a little busted compared to the...
Seriously, a night battle? This totally stinks. But we're dead if we lose here, right? And not just us. Everyone back in the TRC will be next on their list. If this is what it takes to stop that, then I'll fight
And he has a
too!
Gatling gun? What the hell?
Tsubasa! Gaku!
Well, you didn't leave us much choice. I was kinda hoping you'd be fine to win. If I don't step in now, though, we're all gonna be...
I'm so dizzy. I've already thrown up a bunch of times, and it feels like I'm not even connected, but I've decided to give this my best shot. I'll do whatever I can to help out.
On the plus side, you have a freaking truck that you can just put your gross vomit bag in the back.
Over there to you, then.
All right.
Anyway, we got those revivo machines or whatever.
What's the matter, Aid? I'm a little overwhelmed. Seeing these two in their class armor, but I'll be okay. I don't know how to explain it, but all my fatigue from before is gone. It's amazing how much so long as we keep trusting and support. Let's turn this...
Well, I'm hoping he's less whiny now. We'll see.
Let me at him! Bang, bang, bang!
I'm taking the wheel.
Okay, so buff. Okay, so Oh, that's why they need the car and the motorcycle for the mobility to... This map is just one gigantic map. Okay. Not sure how I feel about it. But makes more sense.
I guess it's my turn. You're in the way!
Let's do it to it! Piece of cake!
Ready when you are. I'm spent. All out of gas.
Okay, that's also fair.
Hauling ass!
I've got this.
I'll show you what's up.
Leave it to me!
Actually, how far is her range? Her range is really humongous.
How's this?
You're kidding.
Don't screw with me!
Damn it. Here we go.
That one's about to die. That one's about to die. Hoping I can kill
I'm ready
Crystal
whenever.
Voltage.
Let's freaking go! I'll show you what's up. I'll hit you with all I got.
The annoying thing is, I don't like his
You
character,
can
but
handle
he
the
is pretty freaking overpowered so far.
Let's do this. Here.
Made a phase 2, 3. Excuse me, lady.
Defused? What's...
Actually, I think that's this.
So then if we take it out, this will be over.
Hey, Tsubasa, that class weapon of yours is freaking sweet. It's like some kind of tricked out car or something.
Thanks. The first time I used it, it was a total disaster. I spewed all over the interior. But this time, I've got the sick bag and tinted windows so I can fight with total peace of mind.
Oh, that's great.
No matter how strong the enemy we're facing is, I won't be afraid anymore. Knowing you all have my back gives me limitless courage. I feel like I could take on the whole world right now. When we fight side by side, we become more than the sum of our parts. We're more than just a scattered group of fighters. We're a team. Let's do this, everyone. With our powers combined, there's nothing.
With our powers combined.
I got embarrassed just standing here listening to you say all that.
It's killing game time!
Let's freaking go!
Let's go.
Let's freaking go! That's what I'm talking about!
I'm spent. All out of gas.
Let me handle it.
Bang, bang, bang!
Locked and loaded! Let's roll! I wonder how many more can I get? So close to dead. You're coming with me! Player 2, you're up! Leave it to me. I'm taking the wheel. Leave it to me.
prepped and ready. Let it loose! Did you see that? Let me at him! Just watch me.
Hauling ass! Oh yeah! My turn! That's it!
Yes, leave it to me. Ha! I guess it's my turn. Allow me to trim down their number. Got it! Nice! I feel so weak.
Don't screw with me!
Damn, this is tough. I can still go on. Let's do this! Pretty amazing, huh?
We better get moving.
Let's freaking go!
Good to go. Here we go. Got it.
I'm good whenever. Ready when you are. I'm good whenever. Locked and loaded. Let's ride. Felt that one, didn't you?
I was joking when I said that that frog kid is just going to end up like being in a tank. I was joking originally. But no, he's definitely getting a tank.
That got me good.
Hauling ass!
Good to go. I guess it's my turn. Here we go. Oh, well, I'm ready whenever.
Let's do this! Full throttle! Let's give it to him! I'm all fired up! My turn! Full Full throttle! Hauling ass! Oh, smoke 'em! It's up to you from here.
Here we go. I guess it's my turn. Yes, leave it to me. We better get moving.
I'm confused why he can keep running forever and ever and ever.
I guess it's my turn. Yes, leave it to me. You're in the way! I guess it's my turn. I'm ready whenever. You're in the way!
No, I'm confused. Like, I'm pretty sure he had a status effect that allowed him to do that, but
Did we win?
Yeah. So, what do we do with this one?
This one. I see what you mean.
Can't leave it alive or it'll just come after.
Guess one of us will have to strike the it's kind of a lot of effort, though. The finishing blow? Not like it's a real person or anything.
Hey, why can this one use hemoanima anyway? Just how many of the invaders have powers like ours?
We still don't know. Hiduko might have been able to tell.
We can talk about this later.
Even if it's our enemy, but I guess.
yeah, you guys are definitely evil here.
This is so crazy!
I just realized I didn't actually watch any of these, so I was trying to figure out who. Oh, I didn't realize it would give them a boost. Shoot.
Hey!
Headshots on him. Yeah, I mean, that amount of combat would be really hard on your body.
Good morning, Takumi. How are you feeling today?
You took your sweet time. I only got here a minute ago too, though.
Hey guys.
Not just my muscles. My throat feels like it's been lined with sandpaper.
I don't even know if I can lift a pair of...
Darumi has encountered a fatal error and has to shut down. She will continue in power-saving mode until fully charged.
That's funny. You prick. I don't care about you.
Yeah!
You're trying to be nice so you don't force them out into the battlefield like I would do. Someone raided me? My game capture and my overlay should have brought that up, EP, but... Clearly I missed something, but hopefully it wasn't super important.
Oh! Huh?
You said something about... He says congrats, but in actuality, where was he during the raid? I was really confused. Oh! So, yeah, I was confused. No, you're talking about that attack thing. Yeah, no, this motherfucker's a motherfucker.
Huh? Yeah!
Yeah, I figured that out eventually, EP. I clearly need to put up my BRB screen as soon as I get to a natural stopping point. Perfect. Natural stopping point. As soon as the announcements are done and it shuts up, I'll put up my BRB screen and we'll head out.
Up and Atom troops! Time to rise and shine!
That's new.
Get ready for your 19th day of active service here. Wait, 19? Well, that's a good round number. A real milestone if ever I heard one. In honor of... I've unlocked some new facilities. Feel free to check out the garage on the first floor, and the library. The VR machine in the trading room's been updated too. Be sure to sharpen up your skill.
Okay, natural stopping point. I'm going to mute myself and like kind of stretch my legs, get something to drink, that kind of thing. Well, I wasn't going to end the stream, but it might just be a natural stopping point for a stream in general. So, anyways, thank you everyone. Let me bring back model. Thank you everyone for joining me on my debut stream. My debut stream and watching me play some of the 100 line Last Defense Academy. I'll probably try streaming this at least one more time, but if I don't, then I might just play it by myself, not on stream. So I'll see you tomorrow.